What's up, guys? I wanted to pull out a gun that is not new to my channel, and if you've read the title of this video, you know what it is. It's just I haven't had it out in a while, and I thought that I would bring it out, just talk about it a little bit more for you guys, and just to show this gun to you. If you have not been to my channel before, I do have a few videos on this gun. This is my Tisas 1911 Raider. This is an absolute beast of a 1911, particularly for what you get for the price. This gun is one that I'm going to have to say is a favorite of mine among the 1911 world. This gun is a gun that is a replica of the last issued 1911 to the United States Marines, and it has just a lot of detail that if you were to compare this to one of the originals, for those of you guys that are 1911 aficionados, you'll know that this is a very good representation of those guns. This in particular being Tisas. For those of you all who are aware of the company, Tisas makes some very good 1911s. This gun is one that would be considered a budget gun, but at the same time I think that that is a wrong way to label this. This is basically an extremely high value firearm, and that's exactly what Tisas does, is make some very high valued firearms. Let's just go ahead and get the box out of the way. And it comes with a couple of magazines. I'm just going to make sure that we are unloaded. You do get a couple of Medgar mags with this gun. And I'll have to say, depending on what your purpose for this gun is, upgrade your magazines. Medgar does make some good magazines, but if you are one that is going to carry a 1911, I would suggest stepping up to something a little bit better, or at least, as always, make sure that whatever magazine you carry, whatever gun you carry, will run the ammunition that you're going to carry. Spend the money, invest in your personal safety, and make sure that your gun is going to run those defensive loads that you are intending to carry. It has a lot of features here that are usually much more expensive. You can see the G10 grips, the colorization on those grips. You do get the beaver tail safety. It is an ambidextrous safety as well. It's very positive, not 100% the most, I guess you could say, the most positive. There are a lot of folks out there that will change the detents, change the safety out. But at the same time, for what you get with this gun, you cannot complain about it. The sights are just a standard 3-dot sight. Nothing to write home about. Just to go ahead and get this over to where we have a little bit of contrast on that front sight post. You know, it is a sight that is very usable. Okay, if I can get it to focus on that front sight post. And my camera just doesn't want to work with me very well, but you can see that front sight post out there. And then, of course, the rear sights as well. And it's very functional, as I'd mentioned. The G10 grips are very grippy. They are extremely grippy when you are shooting this gun. I'm just going to go ahead and get this box out of the way to where we have a little more room here. When you pick up a 1911, the first thing that most people want to know about is that trigger. This gun is one that has had several rounds through there, so the trigger has had a little time to break in. But with that classic 1911 trigger, you have just very little take up till you hit that wall right about there, and it just breaks through just like a glass rod. And then, of course, the reset is right there. Okay, when you get one of these guns, particularly a Tisas or any 1911 for that matter, the more you shoot it, the smoother the gun is going to be. That action is going to get better over time as you run that gun, as the parts work together, as you are enjoying your firearm at the range or whatever you are doing with it. You know, it is going to become much better over time. Just like with this gun, the trigger on this gun over time has gotten much better than what it was when I first got this gun. Go back on my channel and you can kind of see a history there of this gun. This also features an accessory rail if you want to run lights or other things on your firearm. It does have the front cocking serrations. That's something that seems to be very popular these days, and is an overall well-built and solid gun. And another thing about Tisas, compared to a lot of other manufacturers, they are not using any MIM parts. They have changed over to all forged parts. It's something that they seen in the market that people wanted, and they responded. And that's one thing that I like about the company. They have been very responsive to what people are asking for. This particular gun is chambered in 45 ACP. I know that you can get 9mm variants of different 1911s out there, but me, I really love a 1911 in the 45. That's just a classic, the way that I think that it should be. You do get a little bit of thumb relief here for when you are pressing that magazine release. You can see it there. It just helps a little bit when you are trying to do mag changes, all the tactical shooting and stuff that people like to do these days. And that's just something that's going to help you get those magazines out of there a little bit faster. It does not have a mag well on this model. Again, it is trying to stay true to the gun that was issued to the military. It does have a lanyard loop right here, as you can see. And that's how I'm going to keep this gun. The original, I believe that they had, I want to say Trigicon sights compared to these, which are just a 3-dot sight. But again, for the purposes of this gun, I think that it is a very good replication of those original 1911s. Just to show you here, the slide stop, slide lock, it is a traditional GI model as far as your guide rod. It does have a nice barrel, as you can see there, that stainless barrel. It is one that you can take this gun apart with your fingers, okay? If you have ever wanted to know how to disassemble a 1911, rule 1, always make sure you are unloaded. Lock that safety, point it in a safe direction, press that button, and then rotate that bushing until you are able to remove that spring, just like so. I've got other videos on my channel to where I give you a complete breakdown of this gun. I'm not going to do it in this video. You guys can go over and check those out. In fact, I will link one up in the corner here where you can check it out. Make sure that when you're doing this, you point that away from you, because you do not want that spring to come out and hit, and you get that back into position. You can see it there. I always will release it to where it is most of the way in, and then push it over until it clicks into place, just like that. This is a gun that I love shooting. It is very reliable, and I have carried this gun. This is one of the 1911s that I own that I have carried on several occasions, because it has shown itself to be extremely reliable, and that's one of the things that I love about it. But guys, this is just a short video that I wanted to do. Again, bringing it back out, showing it to you guys, talking about it a little bit, and just enjoying it like we always do. If you're interested, again, guys, go back, check out some of the range videos that I have done with this gun. If you want to see me shooting it, it is a very accurate gun. I'll have to say it's a very accurate gun, especially for what it is. But guys, hope you liked the video. Check out those other videos on my channel. Again, there will be linked up in the card. I'll have a few of them up there to where you can go over and watch several of the videos on this particular gun. Guys, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Go over to my website at boomsticktacticalgear.com. Pick you up some cool shirts. Help support what we do here. Check out the rest of the links down below in the description. Subscribe, like, share the video, all that kind of stuff to help overcome some of the YouTube censorship. And we will see you next time.